Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to decode the essential skills that actually build our digital world. Everything from the apps on your phone to the huge complex systems that power our entire economy.
So, let's just start with a really big question. In a field that changes practically every single day, what knowledge is truly fundamental? What do you actually need to know to be one of the architects of our online lives?
To figure that out, we're not just going to guess. We actually found a fantastic real-world blueprint. It's a university's computer science course list, and we're going to use it as our guide to map out the essential skills of a modern tech professional.
Okay, so here's our roadmap. We've broken it down into 4 essential pillars of knowledge. And we're going to start with how we actually build the online world that, we all use every single day. First up, pillar number 1, building the online world. This is all about the stuff we see and interact with, the applications, the platforms, all of it.
When you boil it down, the whole creation process really comes down to 3 core steps. First, you have to build the marketplace itself. Then, you use community tools. We're talking free and open source software, or FOSS, so you're not reinventing the wheel. And finally, you have to test the heck out of it to make sure it all actually works.
And look, building an online business is so much more than just a pretty website. It's about understanding the entire trade cycle, from the search engine that brings a customer in, to the shopping cart that holds their stuff, all the way to the secure protocol that protects their payment. It even covers the invisible stuff, the standards that let different businesses talk to each other behind the scenes.
Okay, so now that we've seen the software, let's peel back the layers and look at what makes it all tick. This brings us to pillar 2, under the hood. This is where we get into the physical hardware. This is where the silicon meets the code.
And right at the heart of it all, you've got the microprocessor. And it's not an exaggeration to call it the brain of the operation. Every single calculation, every command you give it, it all flows through this one tiny, incredibly powerful chip.
That definition is great, but brain of the computer is still a little abstract, right? What are its actual moment-to-moment jobs inside your machine? What is this thing actually responsible for?
Well, this really breaks it down. Think of the microprocessor as a traffic cop, a manager, and a translator all rolled into one. It's managing the system's timing, handling interrupts, which are basically urgent requests that need attention right now. It's talking to the memory, and it's executing the most basic instructions that make your software run. It's the ultimate multitasker.
All right, let's move up from the hardware. Now we get to pillar 3, the intelligence layer. This right here is where things start to feel like science fiction. We're looking at how you build systems that can learn, predict, and solve problems all on their own. Now, to make an AI work, you have to teach it how to search for solutions in a huge sea of possibilities. And this shows 2 basic ways to do that. Breadth-first search is cautious. It's like checking every room on your floor before you even think about going upstairs. Depth-first, on the other hand, is way more aggressive. It's like sprinting down one hallway to the very end to see if it's a dead end before you go back and try another one.
But intelligence isn't just about solving a single puzzle. It's also about finding hidden insights in mountains of data. And that is what data mining is all about. It's how companies discover patterns, like using clustering to find groups of similar customers, or association rules to figure out, people who buy hot dogs also usually buy buns. It's finding those connections.
And that brings us to our 4th and final pillar, the rules for digital age. Because, let's be honest, building powerful technology isn't just about code and circuits. It's about doing it responsibly and doing it effectively inside the messy, complicated real world.
This really gets to a core challenge of our time. How do you apply laws that were written for a paper world to a purely digital one? A handwritten signature on a physical piece of paper? Super easy to understand. But for a weightless, intangible electronic file, you need totally new methods, like digital signatures and cryptography, just to prove it's the real deal and to establish trust.
And the stakes here are incredibly high. The very same technologies that are so amazing at connecting us have, unfortunately, opened up totally new ways for people to commit crimes. So it's absolutely critical for both legal and tech professionals to understand how to fight things like email fraud, cyberstalking, and the spread of illegal, harmful content online.
And you can't build any of these complex systems without a real, formal management structure. This means using proven tools, things like Gantt charts to see your timelines visually, and PERT charts to map out how all your tasks depend on each other. It's all about making sure a big project gets guided effectively from start to finish.
So, there you have it.
a four-pillar blueprint for the modern tech professional, taking us all the way from e-commerce to AI and cyber law. It's a pretty good snapshot of the essential knowledge for today. Which of course leaves us with a really exciting question to think about. What's missing from this list, and what will the blueprint for tomorrow's tech pro even look like?